Now, this is a pretty impressive resume, isn't it? Here, look, it's my name. I have a life. I grew up somewhere. I have a career. I've got some skills. Yeah, pretty impressive, isn't it? Woohoo! Yeah, I don't think so either. Looking at this paper does not make me interested in this person. What would make me interested, possibly, would be a website like this. With this website, it's interactive. Of course, it shows their style. The style of the person shows a picture of them. You can read about their life, their career, their skills. But you can also choose your pages. You can find out who they are. I wrote about who am I, not just what I've done. You can see what other presence they have on the internet, my class page that I offer to my students, other websites that I've created about curriculum. It's more interactive, it's more personal, it's more impressive. If you're going to be applying to colleges, you are going to have to start thinking of ways to impress them, to make them know that you're different, that you stand out.
Four adjectives that most accurately describe you.
Maybe creativity, determination, passion. Do you mind moving your head a little to the left? Architecture, game academy, passion, I think. Yeah, those are just a couple that really describe me.
Okay, choose one of these adjectives and give an example of how it describes you.
You know, I think the reason why people think that I think that they think that I think that they think that I'm helpful is because, you know, I travel a lot of places and I really give back to the community. And I think that's my strong point, you know. If I were to get a Grammy Award, it would have been for, you know, not being in a materialistic film, but more of a down-to-earth documentary. You know what I mean? Like I really go in depth of humanity and really give back to my community. So I think that really makes me helpful, you know.
When I was a senior in high school, I applied to one college. I sent out my application. I got accepted, and I went off to college. Unfortunately for you, the world doesn't work like that anymore. It's much more competitive. You are going to have to find ways to impress the school that you want to get into. Many people are going to have good grades, good recommendations, great extracurricular activities. I want to think about what's going to make you special, though. What's going to make you stand out? College admissions officers are going to be reading through stacks and stacks of impressive people, or maybe you're applying online and they're going to go through pages and pages of impressive people. Think about how college admissions officers are going to see you. Think of it through their eyes. What are they going to see when they look at your application? What can you do to make yourself memorable? Here's one guy who found a way.
The category tonight, top 10 ways to make your college application stand out. And now, presenting tonight's top 10 list, the high school senior from Long Island's William Floyd High School, who was just accepted to all 8 Ivy League schools. Ladies and gentlemen, Quasi Enan, come on out. you doing? You'll probably only end up going to 4 or 5 of them. All right, top 10 ways to make your college application stand out. Here's the man who knows. Number 10.
Address envelope to the very handsome Dean of Admissions.
Number 9.
Every 5th word, heretofore.
Number 8.
Include a very well-lit photograph of your brain.
That's right. Send it. They want to see a picture of your brain. Number 7.
Mention your love of sleeping in bunk beds.
Sure. Number 6.
Lots of glitter.
Lots of glitter, that's right. Number 5.
Include a moist towelette.
That's right. It never hurts to include a moist towelette. Number 4.
Instead of ink, use delicious butterscotch.
Number 3.
If you've been to space, mention you've been to space.
I forgot to mention I've been to outer space. Number 2.
Personally, give it to the dean at home in the middle of the night.
There you go. That'll get his attention. And the number 1 way to make your college application stand out.
In the part that says, for office use only, write accept.
There you go.
Okay, but what if that doesn't work? What are the colleges really looking for when they look at your applications?
With many colleges, you must not only impress the initial person who views your application, but he or she must convince a committee as well.
How many would like to admit? Okay, she goes to the wait list. How many would like to admit? Wait list.
Prior to the conversations we have here as a committee, the group has been significantly reduced to a really accomplished group. About 1,000 candidates are brought to be heard by the whole committee.
The process of making those decisions is agonizing. We're fully aware of the fact that the process is, I don't want to say flawed, but is making minute distinctions among extraordinarily talented kids. There are times, honestly, where I'm not sure why I put my hand up or failed to put my hand up. I'm kind of going with my gut here.
How many would like to admit?
Some students are making video essays or writing blogs, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think it's been done. What could make you stand out? I think a website could make you stand out. I think that would be a unique thing. There's 2 good reasons for doing so. The first one is, not only will you show that you could do it, that you have the technical savvy to be able to create a website, but also you'll be able to show your creativity along the way, things that a piece of paper just can't show. You can show your interactions, and you can show as much as you want about yourself there. Secondly, you're living in a digital age. You have to show the colleges that you can handle that you can pick up the new technologies, not just for fun, okay? I know you enjoy the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagram and the Snapchat that I still don't understand, but there's probably others that I don't even know about. That's great. That's a part of technical savvy. But what about taking that and being able to use it for your education, or for making the world a better place, or for making their college a better place? Okay, it's not just about chatting with a friend online, but it's about also being able to take that and use it for using it for making progress in the world. Okay, that's what you're going to need to be doing as adults. You're not going to sit there spending your life as an adult just chatting online. You're going to need to be able to interact with fellow coworkers around the world. You need to get the technology to be able to make it work make your job work. McGuire and Associates found that changes in technology are changing the ways that the world of admissions is done in colleges. Electronic submission and review of admission materials is now standard operational practice in admission offices. This makes the perfect environment for attaching your own link to a website. It's not just a piece of paper. You're already applying online. All you have to do is attach the link. They just do one simple click and they find out all about you. The important thing is that colleges want to know who you are, not just what you've done. There are a lot of people your age that have done a lot of things. There are a lot of people your age that can write a great essay, but they want to know who you really are and how what you've done has changed who you are and how you're going to take that and use it to make the world a better place and to make their college a better place. Colleges don't just want a bunch of people to come into their school and leave their school. Colleges are looking to impress the world also. So they want to take applicants that are going to be changing their school for the better and making their college a more impressive place. So keep that in mind. They want to know who you really are and what you're going to do. Show them something that they can't find anywhere else in your application. Don't just make a website that repeats everything that they already read. Save that for the things that are unique about you. One thing to remember is to start as a freshman. Just start collecting ideas and photos and essays and just things that make maybe poetry that you've written or adventures that you've taken. Maybe you saw a need in the school and you found a way to make that need be taken care of. You invented a way to help somebody that needed to be helped, and there's no way to help them. You came up with it on your own. Share the things that you've done, that you've been creative with, that you've been inventive with. Take those things around your junior year, maybe start turning it into a website, and don't do it last minute. Start your junior year so that you can continually be improving it and building it. And then by your senior year, you're making your college applications and you've got it ready to go. The cool thing is that once you've been accepted to college and you're in college and you're learning and you're getting ready for your future, you can also begin to take that website and turn it into a portfolio for job applications for later on. Okay, and you can continue it. You can just keep it going, and you can hide some pages if you want, or you can just let the job interviewers see your high school pages as well. According to admissionsadvice.com, acceptance rates in 2014 for American colleges ranges from 64%, a little bit over half, all the way down to 5.07% of the people that applied got accepted. However, that doesn't mean that you can't get into college. What's been happening, we've been finding, is that getting into college isn't any harder than it was a decade ago. It's just more competitive to get into the college of your choice. So that's your goal here. Your goal here is to impress the ones that you want to impress. Don't just hope for whoever wants to accept you. Yay, that's going to be my college. You want to try to make it your own. You want to try to make it what you want of your future. So you want to impress the colleges that you want to be taking, that you want to be going to. So that's going to be the goal here. Remember, really important right here is that don't tell them what you do. As you start trying to impress the colleges, making them say, wow, jumping off the page, you want to tell them about who you really are and how the things that you've done have made you who you are. Not just that you've been out there doing it, but how it makes you who you are. Here's an example of a senior website. This website not only shows pictures, but it's interactive. These buttons will take them to the pages. And please, when you're making your website, don't forget that you need to not just write a list of things that you've done. You want to show them who you are. Be creative with your style. You can choose whatever background you want with the photos that you want to include. But show them personal things, not like your last name or your address, but personal things about who you are on the inside. Show them who you are, what makes you special, what you've done with the things in your life, and how those things have affected you.
Here are some website building tools that you can use. They are user-friendly and they are free. You can pay for a domain name if you want to, but since you're going to be embedding it into your application anyway, it won't need to be one that they can easily remember. So the free websites work just fine. I have created some tutorials with more information if you need to learn how to use these websites.
Another important thing to remember is there's a thing called netiquette. Netiquette is a combination of the internet and etiquette. When we interact online, sometimes we forget, because we're not speaking face-to-face with a person, we forget that there's another person who's actually looking at this. So there's things that you have to remember. And also remember that there's people sneaking into your website and people that you might not want to know personal information about yourself. So, several things. Don't put your phone numbers or your address. Don't make it easy for someone that you don't want to find you. Don't make it easy for them to be able to find you. Okay? All your information, your address, your phone number, all that information is already on the application that you already gave. But this should have information that's different and that's above and beyond that. Secondly, no slang. The rule of thumb is that if you don't want grandma to see it, don't put it on the internet. Okay? Make it acceptable to anybody who would look at it now or in the future. Make sure that it's appropriate. And lastly, don't put things that you already have on your job or on your college application. Make sure that you put things that are unique, that are above and beyond, that show that you're special and different from all the other people that are filling out that exact same application that you're filling out. As you're getting ready to apply for colleges, I'm so excited for you. You have so many opportunities. The future is bright. And the technology you have is amazing. You're going to be able to do amazing things in this world. But you got to get there. So you've got to impress the college that you want to get into. I think a website would be the perfect way to do that. Thank you.
Did I dazzle you? Did I jump off the page?
But if you try sometimes, well, you might